Now, when it comes to ferrying people from point A to point B, the Toyota Innova is India's favorite car, no doubt. However, now there is a similar car that you can buy from the house of Maruti Suzuki in the form of this, the Toyota Innova, the Maruti Suzuki Invicto. See what I did there? Well, there's a reason to it because this car is pretty much the same. However, we'll still take a closer look at it and tell you 5 things that will tell you all you need to know about the new Maruti Suzuki Invicto. Now we'll start off with the design of the car, and credits where it's due, Maruti Suzuki has done their bit to make it look slightly different than the Toyota Innova Hycross, the car on which this is based on. The differentiation comes of course in the slightly different grille, the mesh pattern is slightly different, and of course you have these 2 thick chrome slats on the grille, one of which actually run across under the headlamp as well. And that's not it, even you get a new skid plate at the bottom, and the bumper is slightly different too. All in all combined, it gives it that separation factor from the Toyota Innova Hycross. However, you will still not miss this car because it looks bold and it genuinely looks good. Maybe even better than the Innova, I would say. Coming to the side profile, well, the car is pretty much identical, with the only change being the different design of the alloy wheels. But that's not a bad thing. This has the typical MPV-like design. It serves its purpose, and most importantly, the presence of the car is unchanged, and that's not a bad thing. Now quickly, we come to the back of the car, and this is where you see another change, which is this, the 3-block pattern on the LED tail lamps. Now remember, the 3-block pattern is what you see on other Nexa cars as well, and you see that on the front headlamp signature as well. And that, of course, has made its presence at the back too. Other than that, however, of course, Suzuki badging and the Invicto badging, the rear end design of the car is identical. Well, now it's time to hop inside the car and tell you about the interior of the Maruti Suzuki Invicto. And well, again, it's a familiar affair. No surprises there. The difference, however, comes in the color theme that has been used by Maruti Suzuki, which in this case is a combination of almost an all-black interior with these champagne gold accents on the dashboard. I think it looks quite nice. Now, of course, if we talk about other elements inside the cabin, you have this vertically mounted center console over here, which is perhaps the star attraction of the design of the car. But what I really have to talk about is the comfort that is on offer. Well, comfort and the Toyota Innova go hand in hand. Now that it's come under the Nexa lineup as well, this is one of the most comfortable Maruti Suzuki cars that you can buy, I would reckon. Having said that, let's hop on to the middle row of the seats. Well, now that we hop onto the middle row of the Maruti Suzuki Invicto, well, you can see I have all the space on offer here, and there's a reason for that. That's because I've shifted the middle row all the way back, eating into the legroom of the last row passengers, which of course do not exist right now. But if I were to open up just enough space for kids at the back, you would see that I still have a lot of room on offer. For reference, I've set the front seat as per my height, and I'm 5'10", and you can see I still have a very spacious place to be in. There's a large panoramic sunroof up top. I have drop down armrests. Of course, this is the version with the captain seats. I can put my phone here, have a couple of cup holders. All in all, it's a very comfortable place to be in. Well, now let's talk about getting into the last row of seats of the Invicto. And as you can see, it's not that difficult, if I'm honest. And of course, that's coming from a guy that's fairly large in size. Now, if I pull the seat back, of course, it's not come back all the way. But if I put in some effort, it will. And as you can see, even when I have opened up space for myself, there is still space for a passenger up here. So having a full-grown adult sit here at the back will not be a problem. I, of course, get adjustable headrests, and that scoops up a little bit of space for my back. And finally, now that I've made my adjustments, I wouldn't mind sitting here for fairly long hauls. Of course, not 7-8 hours at a stretch, but if required, you can have a last row of seats filled with adults, and that's not going to be a problem, as you just saw. Next up, let's talk about features because the Maruti Suzuki Invicto is a pretty feature-loaded car. The Maruti Suzuki Invicto comes with features like the panoramic sunroof, a 360-degree reversing parking camera, ventilated seats, and of course the power tailgate as well. The digital instrument cluster is 7 inches in size, and that one shows pretty much every information that you need to know. The touch response on the screen is quite good, the graphics are crisp, and I have to say it's one of the better feature-loaded cars that you can buy on this side of the 30 lakh segment mark. On the safety front, the Maruti Suzuki Invicto will come with 6 airbags as standard. And yes, I know what you might be wondering. As of now, there is no safety and NCAP rating that has been given for this car. Well, now let's talk about the powertrain options, and there are not a lot to choose from, something that you don't get to say about modern cars. However, this still gets a workhorse of an engine. This is a strong hybrid engine, a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine mated to an electric motor combined, which makes about 184 horsepower. And last but not the least, we have to talk about the pricing of the new Maruti Suzuki Invicto, and as you can see, it's all listed out here. It's starting at a price of about 24.8 lakh rupees and will go all the way to 28.42 lakh rupees, ex-showroom of course. So yes, that makes it the most expensive Maruti Suzuki car that you can buy in India. What are your thoughts on the car? Well, I'm very curious to know. I'll be hanging around in the comment section. So let us know what you think about the Maruti Suzuki Invicto. Do you think Maruti Suzuki has done enough to separate it from its cousin, the car that it's based on, or are they playing it safe and building upon a proven formula? If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and hit that bell notification icon so that you get updates whenever we come up with a new launch update, just as we have here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Manav Sinha. I'll see you around.